Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3 with me, Sid, and you catch me on this fine and misty morning. I was going to say sunny, but it's not so much. It's early spring, which obviously means that the growing season is in full swing. And what I would like to do today, apart from making a start on a house, that is fairly high up on my agenda now. I don't know why I'm climbing up here. I don't really, just need to kind of puddle around. I would like to go and get some more, oh god, what was the stuff called? The stuff we whacked in the batch in the electrolyzer. Yeah, last episode, not yesterday. Duh. So, I happen to know where there is some. It's actually fairly close by, but it is not necessarily the safest of places. It's an overhang, it is shaded, and on the previous occasions when I've gone near it, it has been potentially quite hostile. If you know, alright, I ran away. I ran away from it, okay? There, I'm man enough to admit I ran away from the bad guys. So, with a bit of luck, the mist has stopped. Not the safest of places. You can see the cave-ins, just for one. And we're right on the edge of a ravine, for two. I don't think there's a little bit down there, but it is mainly up here. So, I've come armed for this, which, if we can... Problem is we're not going to be able to chisel that, which is going to be a pain. So I'm going to have to start off with... Well, I suppose I could. Let me just think about this. I could chisel some of this stuff well away from the overhang, and then place myself some reasonable safety nets above my head so we don't, well, hopefully don't get killed. Because that is going to ruin your day. That was me, wasn't it? I heard a moving sound and it was me. Right. How do we want to play this then? I'm still underneath crap here. Let me just... Yes, we got some. How big are you? You are Galana and you're a standard size. Right, I'm going to stand well back of this because as you can see, it is not been overly stable for us in the past. I don't know how much of this we're going to get from here, but if we get enough to get at least a small... Right, let me try this. I'm going to take my life in my hands here. I'm standing under my sturdy little rock. And that's 3 whole pieces. That's probably enough for a nugget or two. I'm not seeing a huge amount though. There's a fair amount up there. Oh, you know, I'm just kind of doing this, gritting my teeth, praying. I'm going to give myself a decent sized safety net here, I think. Okay, we're still breathing. That's nice. I'll go in there. I do like the fact you can use your pick from, like... Have you ever actually seen anybody in the real world capable of swinging a pick at an object? Well, let's see. That's just a meter away, that's not too bad. But can I... yeah. So that's 3 meters away that I'm swinging that pick at. That's not a bad range by in anybody's book. Right. I just know that at some point this is going to collapse on me and I am going to be not a very happy bunny. At least we know what Glarna looks like now. Even though it is rapidly running out in this area, there's not a huge amount left. I don't know if there's any under there. In fact, the only bit I can see is that bit there. And then, oh, there's a bit deeper in, which I really kind of would feel would be foolish of me to try for right now. I'm not desperate for silver, but I am kind of anxious to make sure that I have maybe an ingot's worth, because I've not found any in my prospecting anywhere, and I... Oh, hello. Oh, hello. That's more Glarna. Right. But as I say, there are unpleasant characters lurking in the wings, to coin a theatrical phrase. Can I? Well, that's a little teeny Glarna. We'll certainly settle for that. Let me see what we can do here. At least we're far enough up, and we are far enough up also to now chisel that. So we do know at least, should we get a cave in, that one ain't coming down. But that looks to be the extent. There's more there. There's definitely more there. But as I say, there's a Skelly Bob in there, and I don't really want to run in with him. That's not really going to help me, is it? You know the old how to get down. Well, that didn't not help. You still there, Mr. Skelly? I think you are, aren't you? Well, if we hear him heading towards us, we can be ready to run, can't we? I can't reach that. I still can't reach that. Damn it. Give me something to stand on. Oh, that's big Glarna as well. Cool. That's even better Glarna than the stuff we found before. We'll have that one and that one. Did I get that? I don't know. I'm trying. Yes, I did. To listen for bony footsteps. Because the skeletons in this are probably, in all honesty, worse than creepers. There was one piece left up there, but that's some. We've got some Glarna. It's not a huge amount, and we do need to head back. I think we're running out of daylight. I've got my bed with me, should we get desperate, but why when we're so close to home, mate? Oh, I think we are going to get desperate and all. Right, let's get our camp on. Night all. And Yeah, we're alright. We should be safe with that. What do we get there? Aspen sapling. Okay. So yeah, I did want to get that bit grabbed, and there's a little bit more should we need it, and I know it's there, so that's not a bad return on a day's work. And then we can go and see exactly how much silver we can get out of that lot. If it's enough to make an ingot, then we're laughing. For where I don't think we need a huge amount for the red and blue steel, the silver. I think it's only fairly small. Fairly small quantities, so with a bit of luck, let's go and see, shall we? Where's my... So we've got you. I'm going to stick 16 of those big guys in. We're going to seal it up. And let's see. It's quite, got the particle effects going. I do like this mechanism. It's a nice idea. I may need more. So we've got 3 units of silver out of that so far, to go with our 2 units of silver we got previously. Remember, we need 100 units to make an ingot, so should be alright. Let's leave that running and start talking about houses, because that's where I think we need to go next. I've lived in this shack for long enough, and I'm thinking going with the andesite mud bricks initially for the foundations. We could go with andesite bricks, maybe. Yeah, we've got another chisel. That in itself is not a major problem. So what do we like for we've got a load of andesite there. So if we were to chisel those and grab some mortar, I'll just grab everything I've got. Have I got any more elsewhere? I could have. Let me just check. What am I like for? And I've got some more andesite bricks. That's good. And I've already got 1 block of andesite bricks, which is even better. So let's have a look. Is it? I know it doesn't divide up nicely. Yeah. So we'll get that. I need some more andesite bricks. Probably. 32 is almost certainly not going to be enough. Andesite. There you go. Let's just do another stack's worth, and so these are this is not going to be the entire build. This is going to be the foundation blocks, or this is my thoughts anyway. And we should be let's just use them all up if we can. All bar 2. No. And that should give us plenty of bricks to be going on with. Alright. Aspen sapling can go in there for now. So in terms of what I'm thinking for the house, I'm thinking I'm going to bring the house across to about here. And we're going to have, it's going to be raised off the ground on the foundation. So I'm thinking, no, I'm thinking there actually. And then the first layer of this is going to be stone bricks. I shouldn't have really placed all those. Should have used something a little bit easier to dig up. But that's good. And then from here we'll go to about here. This is certainly not going to be as ambitious as the castle, I will warn you on that. So yeah, to about here. dig it. And then maybe here. I want an L shape, because I just think L shaped buildings look a little bit nicer. And then about, yeah. So we need to chop that out. I've just realised that could have collapsed with me on it. So that's kind of going to be scale. It's not huge, and as I say, it is going to be raised off the ground by one layer or one level. So this is the floor level, and what I want to do is then get a wooden deck which projects out over the cliff edge here. So it's kind of come out, because the sunset, I mean the sun sets over there, so you can sit out on the deck with your supper, watching the sunset before you go to beddy byes. Gonna have to, if I do this, I am going to be stuck in here. No, I'm alright, I can get out. So that's the kind of thing I had in mind here, and then maybe a small porch area just poking out at this level. And raised up, as I say, quite a bit. Now, in terms of the woods I would like to use, unfortunately, at the moment, the wood that I actually want to use is haven't grown, and that's that white cedar. I'm trying to think where I actually got that, and it was a fair old hike away. It was over here, which was a long way to go for some wood. I still want some more ligaments or tendons or whatever it is you get from the deer as well. And I definitely know, I'm fairly certain that, where are we? We're here. I'm fairly certain that we are going to have to go right up north. I mean, this is going back to where we spawned up. We went that way, and it was definitely the wrong way. But I think we would see deer travelling up there, because deer is a more northerny kind of critter. Any sort of, let me check my electrolysis for starters, see how that's going. We've got 32 units, and we have run out of acid. So that was sulfuric acid, wasn't it? So that was sulfur powder and water bottles. No, it wasn't. It was nitric acid. Let's get the right acid. So that was saltpeter and water bottles. Right, I better stock that back up again, because I do want to see what kind of thing. So that was a stack of 16 35 unit Galanas. Let's see what we get out of those. Water. I don't need fresh water, I believe, for this, so we'll go down and top up our fresh water bottle while we're at it. Yeah, I think that'll look quite good once. It could have been bigger that way and narrower that way, maybe. But what are you going to do, eh? Alright, so drink me water. Oh man, I am definitely full now. No? You're not letting me do water that way? Alright. Well, we'll do it the other way then. I believe I have a water barrel or two over here, so that's not it's not major heartache for me. Just got to find which one it is. That one's fresh water. Okay, and then we needed the saltpeter powder. We ain't going to get a lot out of this saltpeter powder, are we? But yeah, we'll keep that running. It'll answer a problem for silver. Other things I want to do in the not too distant future involve doing things like right, so we need to unseal, get the acid in and seal it back up again and let that run. So I think from 16 of those we should get over 50 units, I think, of silver. And then we've got another 12 and 2 of those, so we may get an ingot's worth. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of work for an ingot, but as you probably saw if you saw Season 2, we really struggled for silver. We had to hunt around for it for such a long time. It was beyond silly. Let's put it that way. Oop, pardon me. Alright, so what have we got in the way of woods here? Just acacia. We definitely need to get some more wood. Peaches are blooming. This milk curdled, that was the other thing I got going. Oh yeah, we got cheese. So we'll unseal and grab that. Bit of dairy will not go amiss. And while I'm thinking about it, we better milk Daisy and Buttercup over here. No, don't like that. Come on, just show me what's in there. 2 buckets worth. What a surprise. Right. So we're waiting for these buggers to grow. White cedar saplings. Oh, that was the other thing. There, don't. You see, I get little projects on the go, and then I forget between episodes that I've done them. We set another load of jute going, and that gave us another 18, which means that we can make another burlap with plenty left over. Oh yeah, there we go. Forgot how to operate it then for a second. Yeah, there's so many things I want to play with. There's well, there's the longbow. That's a definite one I want to play with, but there is no point getting the sinew to make that until we've got some feathers and things. Standard tucker bag. You know, I'm not casting aspersions here, but that looks awfully similar to the Backpacks mod backpack. A little bit of borrowing of graphics going on there, perhaps. Well, not that I can say I blame them. And they may have asked for permission, so, you know, who am I to criticise? Right, what do we want to do? We've got wheat ready. We need timber, but I would like to use a different timber to what we've got currently, and that would be aspen and pine. So we could head up. Now, how much of that? Well, we got a full cheese and 100 ounces of that. I am very tempted to head north and explore, maybe try and find some pheasants or pheasants and or deer, because I could use the sinew from the deer, and I could definitely use the feathers. But before I go, I don't want to leave my acid battery sat here just decaying over time. There's 47 units there, so we've got nearly half an ingot. We need to, and we're going to need more acid as well. Unseal, seal. So I'm not sure whether we're going to get a full ingot from that. I'm not sure whether it's going to be cost effective to this 50, this half an ingot now, to make silver this way, because each one of these is giving me 2 to 3. And the acid is going down significantly. So in principle, I think this is a nice idea. I'm just not sure whether the returns are worth it. Right, let's go get some wood. Let's get some different wood. I'm just trying to think where we can go for it that's not a gazillion miles away. I think we'd probably just take a boat back round here and grab it that way. Take some planks with me if I'm going to take a boat, because we know how good they are. I could certainly do with the means of rebuilding a boat when it breaks on me, because we know it will. Take those 3. In fact, take those. Okay. No, I haven't got much of that. Take those. 5 of those. Oops. 5 of those. And that's a boat's worth, 2 boats worth, plus the spare boat. This is I found this quite amusing. The chest. I can't put an axe in it. I can't put a sword in it. But it is big enough to put a boat in. How does that work? Is it a collapsible boat? Is it a special magic boat? So let's see how far we can get. I'm going to go hunt down some building materials, and I will see you when we get there, which is probably a couple of days worth of trippage around the place. Even in the boat, it's not local, put it that way. So yeah, see you in a little while. Okay, right, I have a slight confession to make. Well, a couple of confessions to make, actually. First off is I did not realise quite how long I've been recording in the first segment. So we are about 25 minutes in, and we really have not got a huge amount to show for it. Secondly, and the bigger confession is, I didn't go where I said I was going to go. I got distracted by shiny things and decided to head north west. So we're in America. We're in the New World. If I show you the map, I kind of came from this continent, and I've come up here, obviously, from our home. And then I decided, why go somewhere I've been before? Let's go somewhere else. And this is actually, I had to sail overnight to get to here. So we're quite a way bit north. We're at just shy of minus 12,000 Z. What are you? Squash seeds, and you're not ripe. And what I want to do is not fall in that chasm, for starters. I want to take the opportunity, while it's summer, I want to do some survival. I want to go Bear Grylls without being, Bear Grylls. And of course, this pack is ideally suited for it. We can forage. It's not, this environment will be a lot harder to forage in than the more southerly environment that we are used to. Night, there's a bit of jute there. It's not ripe, but there's some jute all the same. But there's pigs, there's animals about, there's horses. I mean, Christ's sakes, we get desperate, we can even eat the horses. Sorry, oh, that's not a pig, that's a pumpkin. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to leave home for the summer. We're going to have a little holiday away from home. We're going to do a little bit of exploring, a little bit of surviving. If we need inventory space, then are you going to... Oh, that's better. That's much more like it. Food. You see, we can forage, grab our food, and just live off the land. Go totally self-sufficient. Hopefully find some interesting new plants, maybe some new trees. I've already got some hickory saplings, So, oh, there's some more food over there. We'll have that while we're hunting. And maybe find some ores or minerals that we may otherwise have difficulty finding. Just generally take a bit of time away from the base and, you know, survive. Oh, and also, there's one over there. I'm not going all the way back over there just for one. And also hopefully find maybe some pheasants. If we find a pheasant, we can obviously try and use our tucker bag on it. I prefer a chicken, but I don't think they're native to the northern climes. Maybe find a couple of deer, and oh man, we're not going to starve up here, are we? And just generally try our hand exploring a bit, have a look around, see what's to see. So I'll probably come back, kind of when we get to the end of this episode, I will instead of going back home, we will start from here and explore this more northern continent. As I say, see if we can find any of the items, or, well, not so much items, animals really, that we're looking for up here, up north, as they say in Yorkshire, up north. So, yeah, hope you don't mind. But we will get back to building. I just figure that winter is probably a better time to build than summer, because summer you can support yourself off the land. I think that's carrots over there, for example. Cows on the map. You can support yourself on, you know, live off the land and explore, and then, you know, come at the end of the exploring, we head back home, hopefully a bit richer. If we need storage containers, we can get storage containers together to, you know, carry additional stuff. So yeah, hopefully that should be a little break. It'll be almost like an episode where we return to my Nomad series, where we attempted to survive without building a house. Just in TerraFirmaCraft. So I think on that note, we'll probably call it an episode this time round, because I'm just going to be hunting around this place. Ooh, what do you use? Sphalerite? Yeah. I don't actually desperately need the sphalerite, but it's nice to know it's there. I'm not going to mark that. This is far too far to travel just to get sphalerite. I'm sure there's sphalerite closer to home. I mean, the beach I landed on was rock salt, and the hassle I went through to find that was things. You are, I will guess, magnetite. Tetrahedrite, okay, I was wrong. It happens. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've got any suggestions on what we shouldn't fall down, I don't like it when they do that, because sometimes they're just like a really thin soil bridge, and it's really isn't very healthy to go traipsing over, because they will sometimes collapse on you. So yeah, I'm going to finish up here, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.